Her mood can change. Your moodiness puts me in a bad place. It doesn't make me feel good because I become negative. And so...
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Told you guys about Myrla and Gil from Married at First Sight Decision Day. Listen, we tired. We tired of moaning Myrla. Okay, listen, we gave Gil the smoke that he needed, but we're gonna have to talk about Myrla today, because the moaning, I've had enough. You know, even this clip I'm going to show you, the very first one, where she compliments him so nicely and then puts a bud in there and then says, look at the shoes. Again, redirecting the focus. Darling, let's not do that. Listen, if you're new to the channel, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification up. Loads for those of you who are returnees, but you know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Listen, stay hydrated because the streets out there, they're hot, okay? They hot out there. All right, let's get our first clip going, and we'll break it down what I'm talking about, right? I don't want to, finding this clip's going to be a little bit hard. Okay, so this is the part where he just gets into the room. He sits down. She's looking lovely. He's looking lovely. They're looking complimentary, and they're blue and they're white. I mean, it just looks nice, okay? It looks nice. Everybody's looking sweet and spectacular. You know what I mean? All right, cool.
Decisions that I'm about to make in my life.
It looks really nice, Abby.
Thank you.
I love that. I like. But look at his shoes, they're really nice too.
Now, when you give someone a compliment, okay, all right, look, you're looking nice, you're looking real nice, but have you seen that now negates the compliment? Okay, if I say to you, you're looking good, but you're now negating the compliment, right? And I'm sure maybe she wasn't trying to really do anything. I don't think she's being malicious or anything. It's just that she has a negative sometimes energy. At sometimes nothing's good enough for her. Almost, it seems, right? We saw this with the gelato situation, ice cream, right? We saw this with a hotel. We've seen this before, okay? Where that nothing seems to be good enough for moaning Myrla, okay? Now listen, Gil, like I said, has taken a lot of smoke, and he deserves to take the smoke. All right, but moaning Myrla has not helped the situation. All right, it's a simple thing. Compliment him on his clothes. Don't add a but, because a but is a connective that links to the next. So it's a redirection to almost say like, oh, hey, you look good, but look at her. And then it draws a comparison. Now, obviously, shoes are not comparable to him. But what I'm saying in the sense of, we know why she was saying the shoes. She was like, it looks good, it looks expensive, again. So even though she's giving that compliment, she's not fully involved in that compliment. Again, it's all about addressing and establishing about this finance and wealth situation and how she likes shoes, in a sense, right? It almost comes off a little bit self-centered, just a little bit. I'm not saying that she fully is, but it does come off a little bit self-centered, right? But she had confidence in the wedding day. She said she's just like the wedding day. She was confident. Nothing's really changed. She knows where she's going. She knows what she wants, and that's cool. I love that. And I love the relationship that they've built in some respects. They've broken down some walls, which I don't always agree with. I will say that, but they've managed to get to a certain distance together and thus get some understanding of one another. The next clip I want to show you guys is a little bit later on, where they discuss the wedding. Okay, they ask her about the wedding. Listen, and you can always give a truthful answer. It's how you give that truthful answer that is the issue. Remember, everyone was saying about how Gil needs to watch how he says things. Don't be calling her a brat, and I agreed to that. I said, yeah. Well, you got to watch how you say certain things, right? You have every liberty to say the truth of how you feel about a situation, but you got to be very careful how you utilize your liberty here and the words you use. Listen to what she says.
The wedding day. Let's talk a little bit about how it started things off.
It was terrible. I never really.
Now, obviously, this particular part of the clip. It's a little bit later on. Listen, this is fair enough, because like she said, she doesn't like meeting new people. She doesn't do weddings, in a sense. Okay, all right. So for her, it was terrible, right? But now remember, the wedding wasn't just you. It's you and your partner. You've become a Debbie Downer again. All right. This is not necessarily to her saying anything bad about Gil or anything. It's more of a case of, this is the Debbie Downer energy we're talking about. right? It can always be better. Oh, it looks okay, but it can be better. And this is what he was describing to her when he was talking about the trip situation where she said it was good. And I said that I got onto him a little bit, but he was describing that energy where it's like, it's good, but that's what always comes. Now, this clip is a bit different.
I wanted a wedding though. You know, it was a really long day. I think I expected.
Oh, so you were serious? It was terrible.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
See how the experts thought, oh, she was joking. No, she thought it was terrible. And if you see Gil's face, which I'm going to show you in the next clip, he looks distraught. And this happens on more than one occasion. It happens 4 times throughout the course of this conversation, where you can see the energy in Gil is changed. He's fully considering, do I really want to be around this Debbie Downer vampire energy sucking person? No beef with Myrla. I think Myrla's cool. I actually like Myrla now. But you've got a Debbie Downer energy, and it couldn't be me. You know me, I'm a full of life energy person. I want to be full of zest. And if you're out here bringing sour grapes every single time, you've got to be out the door. Okay? I don't think she's abusive or anything like that. I just think she needs to cheer up. But we said this from the season one. I said it from early in the season. We said her attitude to things is sometimes deplorable. Men are not going to want to be attracted. Listen, you can be as attractive as a kite, but would they stick around with this attitude? Well, Gil's done it long enough, and probably would have done it longer because he fancies her. But it eventually wears off, and that attitude can be great. It can be grating, you know, and it can be annoying. Let's watch a little bit more.
Okay.
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm totally serious.
What was so terrible?
I just didn't like any of it.
Look at Gil's face. He looks absolutely broken. The guy's looking at it like, he's like, we're going for this again? We're seeing this behavior again where nothing is good enough for Myrla? Where it's not cool for Myrla? Now, I know the ladies potentially might be defending Myrla after this. I understand. It's your prerogative, by the way. But from our perspective, from a male perspective, this is not attractive. If every single thing could be better, it's not attractive. Sometimes you just need to be okay. You just need to be okay with it. That's what he was telling her last time without, I wish he didn't call her a brat. But sometimes you just need to be okay. You know? Right? And that attitude comes off as snobby. Now we've got a problem. Because now we're coming with that. This is what he was talking about in other episodes. Now we're getting that snobby attitude and looking down attitude when you have this kind of energy. It's less about what she said and more about the energy she's carrying in regards to this kind of topic, right? Let's watch a little bit more.
It was too much. I don't like meeting new people.
I'm like, then why did you get married at first sight?
He's not pleased, bruv. The brother's not pleased, brother. The brother's not pleased, and I understand why. A wedding day that was meant to be a day of success and celebration, you know, us coming together, you know, the way you're talking about it, as if it's your worst day of your life. And that includes a person who's in it. So I actually don't have a problem with her saying it was not that great of a day. It just needs to be cushioned differently. Now, someone might say, oh, you know, you're going to cuddle men, da-da-da. You can't say anything about this when men are around. That's not what it's about. What we're talking about, I would say the same thing for a man. You don't talk about the wedding day and okay, it's the worst day of your life because you had to meet somebody new, which we get, and then don't kind of cushion it. Right now, we understood that the same way that we talked about Zach and giving a cushion, knowing he's going to remove the cushion. We all said, I said it myself. I said that was crazy. Why would you do that? But I understand why he's a people pleaser. I can also understand why Myrla does that because for her, and it's not even necessarily a bad thing. She has a certain standard, and that's okay. That's okay for her. I mean, it's not for me. But I hear it. But when that standard then gets put onto others, just like when you're a people pleaser and you try to be the nice guy, and then you put that onto others, you cause mayhem. Okay? All right? And I'm not putting in the same bracket as that.
Because I wanted a husband, so it was worth the sacrifice of doing that.
I had a great time. It was good. Met my wife and her peoples, her family.
So again, we've got the contrast, and again, I had a good time. Just like I had a good time in a helicopter. Just like I had a good time with the horses. Just like I had a good time. I can't remember whatever event they had or whatever. You know, Gil always seems to come out with that. I had a good time, positive energy. And this is not the first time we've heard Myrla come with a different type of energy, okay, towards the situation. But I am aware that, you know, Myrla has grown and she has pursued and tried to push to be more open and learn about her Debbie Downer energy, she has tried. And that's something I have to commend her for. She's not stayed in that place. She's actually tried to grow from it. And that is commendable. You know, I can never hold that against her. I want to go to this next clip. You know, again, because of his reaction, not necessarily what she said, because of his reaction, right? Let's go a little bit back. And she's talking about how she didn't put on a facade. Like most of us put a representative on the first day. She's like, no, I came in straight. I came in with all guns blazing. I wanted you to know who the frick you're getting and who you like. And actually, I kind of rock with that a little bit. The only thing is, like I said, you know, we all want to be seduced. That is not a very seductive tactic. Take me as I am from the very beginning without no charming qualities. You know what I mean? You need to have a level of charm to seduce people into this thing when you want to talk about a level of honesty.
Of course, especially in this situation, people are very concerned about first impressions and what's my partner going to think about me.
Nope.
You didn't care.
She did not care. She said, no, that was not my mind. That was not on my mind. I came in there with guns blazing. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I was coming for. I said, I felt some type of way, but listen here, mister, and listen here, missus. I came for what I came for. I didn't come for all the shenanigans and all the extras. I came just to get my husband. And I can't cuss about that. You understand? But let's watch the belonging.
You were just like...
It is who I am. Like, he might as well get it on day one.
So let's...
I get her thinking. I do. You're going to get it on day one. You're going to get the full me. But you got to ease people in. You got to ease people in. You just don't go gung-ho. Especially when you got this kind of attitude, you don't just go gung-ho into a situation. You ease people in. You let people get to know you, one part of your side of you. And then later on, they trust you, you're a bit more confident. You can let a bit more of your side down. But I get it. At least from the very beginning, he knows exactly what he's getting into. Right? You know exactly from the beginning what he's getting into. So I see both sides of what her point of the argument is. I'm not going to say I don't see it. I actually do see it. You know, maybe we can learn from that. But if your attitude's poor or your attitude's bad mind, ain't nobody want to know this now or later. We don't want to know it at all. Don't have a bad mind attitude. That's simply it.
Let's talk about how the two of you have grown in emotional and physical intimacy over the course of this marriage. Like,
he still looks. He even did the jaw lock. He did the whole. I couldn't even do my beards in a way. He did a whole jaw lock. You know what I'm saying? Like, the brother is tense. The brother is tense because he's seeing that same pattern of behavior coming up even now. And this is the problem with relationships. I know many of us are there where we see a pattern of behavior and we're hoping for it to change over a period of time. And then we see it pop up later on and it's like, I can't take this. I don't know if I can continue. Am I saying that this is the only reason why they break up? No. He's got his own issues as well. And I'm sure that's also a contributing factor towards the breakup of the relationship as well. But her energy and her body language and what she says, Debbie Downing. Debbie Downing. Moaning Myrla. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me take it a little bit further on. I will be honest with you. I didn't know why. I didn't like the fact that Gil releases information. I don't think he needed to. I think he should have checked with his wife first before releasing this information. Right? I know they asked him a very real question, but check with your wife first.
So we actually consummated the marriage already. It did happen maybe like two weeks ago.
Now, it makes a lot of sense because we saw Myrla soften up, wanting to hug him, wanting to be around him, wanting to touch him. And we knew from that moment that, you know, there was probably something that's been going on. And we confirmed it. There is something going on. They're having sex, which can also now be... If Gil now leaves, it can look like, but you just wanted to get pants off. That was it. You just wanted to see if you could get it. I don't need you to prove these girls right, big man. I'm not going to lie to you because the girls are on your neck talking about how, you know, you just wanted to sleep with her. Brother, please don't let it be that way. Brother, please don't let it be that way. Okay? All right? Now, I've seen that you've softened now on your no kiss, leave situation because you've got your kiss, you've got your sex now, but you need to be able to remember that is not the makings of a relationship. There's more to it. There is more to it, sir. It goes beyond that. It goes further than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hope he's not resting on just the physical intimacy as a reason as to why he stays in his relationship or why the relationship is good, because that is not a good barometer. It's part of it, but it's not a good barometer. It is not the measuring stick you use to make sure that to know if this is the right relationship that you should be in, right? But what I would say is about Myrla is her actual body language is so positive
And yeah, so
towards Gil.
Oh, that's
been good.
wonderful.
If you look at her body language compared to Gil, Gil's facing the actual experts. But if you look at Myrla, Myrla has turned her body towards Gil. She's invested. Even if the financial situation is a bit peak, she's invested. She's invested. She wants to be a part of the situation. Now, whatever happens after the show, I'm sure they do whatever madness comes up. I'm sure it's a money situation that probably caused them to rift, which again, I can't fault her partly because I understand that, you know, finances are a big thing. You can't ignore that. Sorry. Values or finance or not doesn't make a difference. I need to pay these bills. Can you pay the telephone bills? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to do that. It's not just all about the fun and the gimmicks. But I must say, her body language was very positive towards Gil. Very positive.
Well, first of all, appreciate your honesty.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's awesome.
But and secondly, we're interested because it's one of those things we hope.
Look at that. Right? Now, obviously, he's still got his body quite open. You know, he's made sure his leg that is going over is the left leg, which means he's still open, not closing himself off. But he's not necessarily facing her the way she is. Like, she's really involved. Look, if you look at her body language, like her body has turned. It's not straight onwards. Her body has turned. So that's a positive sign. Like, you know, there's some goodness going on there. Now, it might just be the sex, but it means it's a good sign. Listen, my time is up. I'll do another video for their financial talk. Like it, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Oh, that note was all.